This documentary is presented by DABFAR in celebration of the Maritime and Archipelagic Nation Awareness Month, or Mammal 2021. Crystal clear waters, pristine beaches, and breathtaking island views. These are what the Philippines is known for. Yet, scenic views are not only the gifts of nature to Filipinos. Composed of 7,107 islands and surrounded by large bodies of water, the Pacific Ocean on the right, and the West Philippine Sea on the left, the Philippines is one of the largest archipelagic states in the world. Being an archipelagic state, the Philippines is rich in marine biodiversity. It is considered as one of the mega biodiversity countries in the world. The country has been home to 3,124 species of fish and other marine life such as dugong, sea turtles, giant clams, whales, and dolphins. It has a large mangrove and seagrass area that keep coastal zones healthy. And the Philippines is part of the Coral Triangle, an area in the Western Pacific Ocean with a large number of corals. The plentiful marine biodiversity of the country is not only a source of pride for Filipinos. It has been, first and foremost, a spring of life and livelihood to the natives, both for those living in coastal and inland areas. The vast bodies of water, estimated at 2.2 million square kilometers, have been the site of various fishing and marine activities across the country. The seas are the source of a variety of fish and shellfish that serve as food for Filipinos. The seas are also sites of treasures such as pearls, which are a source of livelihood.
The Philippines, I think, ranks as having the most number and variety of marine biodiversity in the whole world. And I am told that fish species are about 3,000 species of coral reef fishes in the country. And we have a wide area of coral reefs in the world. Of course, we are next to Indonesia. And of course, the Great Barrier Reef of Australia is the largest expanse of coral reefs in the whole world. But nevertheless, we have some of the best coral reefs in the whole world, and quite a large variety of marine organisms are found in these coral reefs. We have about 25,000 to 27,000 square kilometers of coral reefs in our inland seas in the country, as well as the seas around the country. The oceans around the Philippines really have quite a large area of coral reefs. And of course, these reefs abound in marine biodiversity, including fish species.
Indeed, the Philippines is gifted with abundant natural resources. While the archipelagic nature of the Philippines bring about many resources, this also makes the country vulnerable to marine pollution and disasters. In addition are the impacts of climate change and the illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing or IUUF activities. The Constitution mandates the government to protect the nation's marine wealth in all of its waters. As such, the government implemented programs including the community-based approach to marine protected area and the ecosystem approach to fisheries management to promote the conservation and sustainable use of the whole ecosystem while balancing these efforts with community livelihood. One of the great examples of successful management of conservation efforts and the promotion of community livelihood is the case of the 100 Islands National Park. Located in Alaminos, Pangasinan, the 100 Islands National Park is the first national park in the Philippines. Composed of 123 islands, 6 of which are developed for tourism, it is believed to be about 2 million years old. Recognizing the beauty and the potential of the 100 Islands in tourism and livelihood of the natives, the local government of Alaminos has implemented a wide array of projects to preserve this God's gift to humanity.
Siyempre, lalong-lalo na po dito sa Alaminos City, nabubuhay po kami sa karagatan. We are a coastal city, and of course, we have 100 Islands itself. Pag nawala po lahat ito, sirang-sira ang aming kabuhayan, sirang-sira ang ating mga fisher folk, at lalong-lalo na ang aming tourism dito sa aming lungsod. Pag hindi po namin naalagaan ng 100 Islands, ay babagsak po. Kaya dito sa Alaminos, lalong-lalo na sa aming lokal na pamahalaan, ay tuloy-tuloy po ang aming pag-aalaga at pagpapaganda ng aming mga programa sa 100 Islands. Dito po sa 100 Islands, para po naaalagaan po namin, ay ang aming ginagawa is we always regulate. Lalong-lalo na ang aming mga turista, we regulate it. Sa lahat ng mga activities na nandyan sa aming 100 Islands, it is all regulated. Hindi lang po kami basta-basta nagpapapasok dyan ng mga activities without further studies kasi hindi natin alam kung makaka-apekto ito sa ating environment, lalong-lalo na sa underwater environment natin. So, for me as the mayor of Alaminos, we try to give good programs and good policies for our city, and of course, the regulation of all the activities of our coastal waters, especially 100 Islands.
In partnership with the Philippine National Police and the local Public Order and Safety Office, Bantay Dagat or Task Force Isla was started in 2016 to prevent cyanide and dynamite fishing.
Actually, ang ating pong Task Force Isla ay na-organize yan noong September 2016 para bantayan ang ating 100 Islands. Ang Task Force Isla po ay acronym, ibig sabihin ng isla is 100 pulo laban sa abuso. Ang organization niyan ay sa mga iba-ibang government agencies, hindi lang po yung Maritime at ang ating mga bantay dagat. Kasama rin yung mga local police para sumama dito sa ating layunin na ayusin ang ating 100 Islands. Kasi nakita po natin nung nag-survey po tayo na ang ating lalo-lalo na yung mga underwater natin na mga resources ay sirang-sira. So ibig sabihin yan ay ang ating kalikasan sa karagatan ay napabayaan. Kaya naisipan po namin na pakibayuhin ang ating pagbabantay ng ating 100 Islands.
And to further curb the cases of illegal fishing, fishermen who formerly did such activities were hired in the tourism industry.
Ako po si Daniel Ragam. Ang hanap buhay namin dito, isa po akong mangingisda. Kung minsan naman, kung summer, tinatawag nila na marami na rin pasahero sa 100 Island, extra din po ako na nagbibiyahe sa island. Doon rin po kung isa na kumikita. Kaya malaking tulong po sa akin yung pagiging boatman. At saka mayroon po kayo makikilala na kasi hindi lang Pilipino kundi mga Hapon, mga Amerikano, gano'n. Sa kaya kung minsan din masaya din silang kasama, masaya din magbibiyay sila na kasama mo na hindi lang Pilipino, hindi lang mga iba-iba. Yun din ang maganda, tama, ma-experience mo yung paano naging buhay nila doon sa ibang bansa, kung ano yung ugali nila. Ganun po. Para at saka mas masaya din na makaano mo yung nag-sacrifice sila na taga ibang bansa, pupunta sila dito. Parang masaya din yung feeling mo na dito sila sa Pilipinas pupunta.
To maintain the cleanliness of the sea, the local government implemented the Scuba Sorero program, wherein divers search for waste underwater.
Ako po si Michael Alvarez. Ako po ay scuba basurero at 5 taong nagda-dive. Dati po akong island ranger, naglilinis dito sa dagat ng Andred Island. Nakita ko po na maraming plastic sa loob ng karagatan natin. Kaya sumali po ako sa scuba project para makatulong sa paglilinis sa karagatan. At para maakit yung mga bisita na pupunta rin dito sa Andred Island.
These projects, in cooperation with the fisherfolk in Alaminos, have greatly helped in conserving the magnificent sceneries and the natural resources of the province. Yet, conservation efforts will not suffice if the potential of marine resources will not be harnessed. That is why the local government of Alaminos designated 2 marine protected areas, the 100 Islands National Park and the Telbang Fish Sanctuary, and reforested mangrove areas to provide safe havens for marine life and to give breeding habitat for fish and shellfish.
Ang Alaminos City ay may malinis at masaganang karagatan. Meron ho tayong more than 11 hectares sa city waters. Meron ho tayong 2 marine protected areas. Ito yung 100 Islands National Park na may 1,844 hectares at ang ating Telbang Fish Sanctuary meron ho siyang 34 hectares. Nakakatulong ito sa ating mga mangingisda at sa turismo natin dito sa siyudad. Sa ating marine protected areas, diretso ho ang ating bantay dagat na nagbabantay upang hindi ho makapasok ang ating mga illegal fishers doon sa ating 100 islands. Sa mangrove po, meron na ho tayong reforested na around 50 hectares. Ito ay may mga iba't ibang lugar, inaalagaan ho ng ating mga mangrove caretakers. Itong mangrove na to, ito yung mga sinisilungan ng mga isda upang sila ay magparami at nakakatulong sa pagdami ng mga isda na kung saan nakakatulong sa ating mga fisher folks.
Nung una, medyo mahirapan pa yung mga tao noon na mangingisda dahil medyo mahina pa ang huli noon. Pero nga ito, gawa ng 100 islands na protected area, parang unti-unti na dumami ang huli. Hanggang ngayon, mas marami na ngayon ang huli. Medyo hindi na kami gaanong mahihirapan.
For years, the province of Alaminos have been successful in balancing the needs of the community and the condition of the seas. And in 2018, the shared hard work of the fisherfolk and the local government was recognized as the province was awarded the Malinis at Masaganang Karagatan or MMK First Runner-Up. MMK is an annual program of the Department of Agriculture's Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, which gives recognition and incentives to coastal communities for their efforts to sustainable resources and fisheries management.
The Philippines is spawning areas of migratory fish, the high-value fish. Kaya meron kami ngayon na isang programa, Malinis at Masaganang Karagatan, a nationwide search for the most outstanding coastal community. Dapat ang coastal community may marine protected area, meron siyang successful mangrove rehabilitation project, clean ocean, free of plastics, free of effluents, free of pollutants ang ating karagatan, including the shorelines. Off-fishing season, 3 months at least. At saka no illegal fishing. That 5 criteria alone addresses already conservation, preservation, sustainability, traceability, accountability, among others. So, pag sumali ang coastal community dyan, we will be assured of more production maliban sa magkakaroon sila ng 30 million pesos grand prize, 18 second, 10 million third, and presidential award. So, I hope nananawagan kami sa lahat ng coastal community to join the contest, malinis at masagadang karagatan, the nationwide search for the most outstanding coastal community.
BFAR has a satellite station in Alaminos which assists in protecting the 100 Islands National Park. The BFAR Regional Mariculture Technology Demonstration Center is hand-in-hand with the government in providing food security and sustainability in the country. It established breeding and hatchery protocols on fish and invertebrate species such as sea cucumber, abalone, and siganit.
So dito, specifically sa satellite station natin sa 100 Islands National Park, ang ginagawa lang po natin dito is purely on research, technology demonstration, and we are only doing broodstock development program. Along with this, nandito din ang ating Regional Seaweed Nursery at ang ating Marine Mammal Stranding Facility. So ang mga ito ay may linkage sa bawat isa, lalong-lalo na sa preservation ng ating water condition or yung katatayuan, yung equilibrium ng overall condition ng katubigan natin sa Carias and generally sa 100 Islands National Park.
The Multi-Species Marine Fish Broodstock Center serves as hub for developing and maintaining high-value marine fin fish.
Ang specific activity ng Carias Station is on broodstock development program, which is the support facility or program of the breeding and hatchery facility at Armatdic Lookup, which is the mother station of the 2 satellite stations. So, dito pinapakita natin sa kanila na ang tamang pag-aalaga sa mga inahing isda. So, inahing isda lang ang inaalagaan natin dito at wala nang iba. Kaya sinasabi natin na very specific at very limited ang ating activity sa mga nabanggit.
The Seaweed Nursery is home to 3 commercially important kinds of seaweeds.
Along with this, meron tayong seaweeds propagation, kung saan sila naman ang magkukonsume kung whatever unutilized organic matter coming from our fish resources and then back to the environment. So para magkakaroon ng balance, so we have this kind of setup na merong kung may nagkukonsume ng feed as we maintain our stocks, ang mga natira nila or ang mga organic matter coming from them ay ikukonsume ng aquatic products like yung ating seaweeds and then yung ating sea cucumber, which are detritus feeder. So para maiwasan o ma-prevent yung pagkakasira ng ating water resources sa Carias.
Lastly, the Marine Mammal Rehabilitation Facility serves as a hospital to stranded marine mammals like dolphins and whales. These facilities in Alaminos are geared towards the promotion of fisheries technology that will sustain fish production not only in Region 1 but also in other parts of the country. Meanwhile, the Philippine Fisheries Development Authority or PFDA is planning to construct an improved fish port in Sual, Pangasinan. Dubbed as the only regional fish port in northern Luzon, PFDA's Fishport is designed to accommodate bigger fishing boats and cargo vessels. Aside from the government implementing programs and projects that promote sustainable fisheries management and development, private entities are also active in harnessing the potential of marine resources in areas surrounding the national park. Baybay Aqua Ventures Incorporated is a fish farming company in Sual, Pangasinan, which has invested on building a state-of-the-art aquaculture facility.
Baybay Aqua Venture is showing that we can develop a world-class modern farm on an industrial commercial scale. So we're growing shrimp the known best way around the world. I believe this is the most modern farm in the country currently. Aside from the doing things there, we are BFAR registered, BFAR certified, and we're applying for Best Aquaculture Practice, which is an international accreditation, and we work with the community. This is one of the projects that respects what is known to be right, doing things right, again, on an international standard. So first, it doesn't do what is known to be wrong. We don't use antibiotic, we don't dirty up the water, there's proper wastewater management. In fact, we're gonna be preparing to grow tahong, talaba, tipapa for the wastewater management side. And this is sustainable in terms of the least use of resources to produce well, to produce properly. And the products are standard enough to go to Japan, to go to Europe. So world-class ito. The beauty of aquaculture is that real investors in aquaculture will invest in protecting the environment. Yan ang difference. For aquaculture to go on, we need clean water. So it is in our selfish interest to do what we can to keep the water clean. In fact, we do planting, we do reforestation in the area we operate and further away. We need more water, more clean water. It is part of what we need to go on as a business.
The cooperation between private institutions, the government, and local communities are vital in achieving a common goal: the achievement of agri-fishery growth. This is emphasized under one DA reform agenda, in which the Department of Agriculture highlighted the importance of setting up agri-industrial business corridors, or ABCs, to integrate smallholder farmers and fisherfolk by providing them access to resources, including state-of-the-art production technology. With this project, farmers and fisherfolk will be connected with both middle and large-scale wholesale purchases in an efficient manner.
The agro-industrial business corridors, or ABCs, for one, has to be complementary with the management of the fisheries management areas, or FMAs. ABCs practically are spatially defined development initiatives that works on clusters such as economic growth centers, anchored on the connectivity of infrastructure, logistics, power, telecommunications, and of course, production areas, in some cases, including economic zones. FMAs, on the other hand, are delineated bodies of water in the Philippines based on approximation of fish stocks using science-based participatory approach and ecosystems-based mechanism in fisheries management.
As rich and diverse as the Philippines' marine environment, the means to conserve marine biodiversity should also come in different facets. Efforts from the government, fisherfolk communities, and private institutions should be in unison as we try to balance the needs of Filipinos and the health of our seas. The gifts of nature to our country, while plentiful, are not permanent. The seas may be large, but a stone of cooperation can create ripples of change. Let us work together in protecting our seas.